Okay, so we're going to start the new combat mission, Black Sea. This is going to be our first campaign with this game. And we are going to play Task Force 3-69, United States. One player turn base. And we will do Warrior. Okay. Basically, this campaign is an American task force that is tasked with blocking a Russian advance to besiege Kiev. And the idea is to force the Ukrainian government into negotiations with the Russians. The American forces are coming out of Poland, and their job is to block the Russian advance and hold them off until more reinforcements can arrive. That's our mission. This is the tactical map. Our forces will be on the left in blue, and the Russians will be red, coming from what I assume is the east. Our forces will move to optimum positions. There are places that we are tasked with capturing, and we will do that. You can see the various command post position numbers there. Objective list. These are all the points that we get for each one of these objectives. 40% casualties, 500 points. Sustain 15 casualties or 15% casualties or less. And so I think that's pretty much our objective here. And here we are. So let's take a tour of the battlefield. Have a Bradley down here, it looks like. First Cavalry. Looks like a Humvee over here. A sniper team. That looks like it's it. And wait a minute, we got something over here too. Looks like another Humvee with a recon. Let's see. Scout team. Alright. The government complex. In the center here is one of our objectives. Definitely have to take that, and then you can see the various other objectives stashed throughout here. I assume that probably we may not wind up taking some of these further objectives simply because we might be able to achieve our objective in terms of casualties for the Russians, so that may not become necessary. So now we have to figure out what we're going to do. Okay, our first task is we'll take this Bradley, or fighting vehicle, up to this road and then proceed down to here and sit and assess at that point. The recon unit over here, the Humvee, will proceed up to this area here and then offload its scouts, who will then take this building here. This Humvee over here will proceed up to here, shoot across here at top speed, drop the sniper team up into this wooded area here. The sniper team will cross to the edge of the woods. The Humvee will hang back there. So let's see how this rolls. I assume the Bradley here will be the first to come into contact with the enemy. There goes the Humvee. Now this is a critical part because it's got to go through that open field. I've instructed it to go at optimum speed. Oh, somebody's firing. There it goes. It's going. It's going. Alright, the Humvee, I think, is out of danger. This Humvee is making its way through the this little farm area. All right, that takes up the majority of this turn. We've spotted a unit here. Let's see. I'm assuming the Bradley vehicle has done that. No? Okay. The scout unit up here on top of the hill has spotted that unit, so that's cool. All right, we'll be back. Alright, we're going to go ahead and proceed with this turn. We've, in terms of movement, I've only moving the fighting vehicle a little further to the north. That's the only change I've made, or change. movement order I've given. The enemy seems to be firing on this complex, this structural complex over to my left here. We're firing now on a vehicle, and it appears to have been destroyed. Okay. We have our first battle, our first engagement. I'm really not sure what these guys are doing. They seem to be moving. Okay, so alright, the vehicle stopped here where it was supposed to stop, and these guys got out and are, I think, heading to the position to cross over here. Okay. Okay. We're just not making a lot of moves right now. Our sniper team is moving into its position over here. Our fighting vehicle is moving forward a little bit to get a better view, or a more strategic view, or tactical view, I guess. Our scouts are moving into that small structure over here. Enemy forces continue to shell the structures up here. I'm not really sure what these guys are doing here. I'm hoping they're going into the building. Alright. Okay, so I don't see any new additional enemy forces. The sniper team is still moving forward. I think I may move this guy up a little more, just like that. You know, that could be one of those things where you might regret that. Now, we're getting down into the... It's got a little bit of a slope here that he's on, so if I stay to the right of that, it'll give me a little bit more cover, I think. Move him up that way a little bit. Give him a view of that wooden structure up here. I've noticed that, contrary to a lot of the games that I've do video on, the Fraps seems to suck the life out of this, so that's discouraging. I may have to find another program to do it because it's really, even the movement is really bad. Here we go. The enemy's continuing to shell those structures over there. Sniper team seems to be moving still through the forest there. Our Humvee seems to be okay. There's another vehicle that's been located. Let's see who did that. Looks like the scout team is the one that found out, and a infantry unit over here, and ooh, lots of units over here. So we've got some things to, our scouting is doing its job. Multi-purpose vehicle. It certainly looks like the our scout team over here on the left to the north has spotted these units over here, so good job for them. There's at least a couple of them here. Let's see what our snipers are doing. Now their instructions were to go slow, so they're only about halfway through this canopy here. Okay, so we're in the movement phase. So this would bring them up to about here. Now I'm hoping that that's far enough away that they're not going to be spotted by somebody. Ultimately, the aim is to get up to this high ground with tanks and observation to cover these hills in the distance here. That would give us all of this area. You can just see from a ground view what they could see. So if I can get some tanks up here, I could cover a lot of ground up here with it. And same with over here. This area, this ridge line through here with cover and such would make a great place to plant a couple of tanks to get a view of the enemy up here. Interesting, the area that we know has got enemy forces here, at least troops, is the center position here. So we're not going to go barging into there until we get a little bit more troops and vehicles that we can use to come into there. There's no sense this Bradley would be shot to pieces, presumably. Let's see. Well, these guys have a view of this area. I would like them to have little more open view, perhaps of this area up here and possibly there. I'm assuming that there's no enemy in here since they're bombarding it. So I think what we'll do is we'll bring in that recon unit and, well, maybe we'll put them in here. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this Humvee up to this road here to provide some more eyes there. The scout team will move from here to a small structure here, and they'll take positions there. That'll give them better field vision here. The Bradley will stay where it's at, and hopefully we'll be able to engage troops as it sees. I may move him... Oops. Give him a little better field of fire maybe up there. And I want to see how much further the sniper team has to go. Got a little ways to go yet, so we're going to start to move and hope no... The person in danger right now would be that Humvee over to the left here, so we'll see what happens. I'm hoping the fighting vehicle... Oh, there goes more shelling at that one structure. The enemy is continuing to fire in that area. Somebody's firing. What was it? 2 seconds. So something happened. Let's see. Alright, good. So by moving him up, we at least put him in range of some, or in vision of some of these enemy forces that are out here. If we can just avoid a RPG or something like that, we'd be in good shape. We've scouts over on the far left there have found 2 tanks over here. To the east, so that's interesting. Yeah, our snipers are not quite in position yet. I think what I'm going to try to do is move the snipers over to the opposite side here. I'm hoping that they'll have more cover and they'll be able to well, not they'll still have cover, but they'll be able to get a better sighting on the enemy in here. If I could do that, it'd certainly improve my odds. And I'm counting on the fact that hopefully they would be invisible to the enemy, and I'd put them on a restricted firing range so they wouldn't just be popping people off helter-skelter and draw attention to themselves. Their observational and recon function is more important at this point than anything else. So here's the replay. Here's our Humvee here. Apparently it's decided that it didn't want to be there. It must have felt that it was in... Oh, it must have seen these tanks and felt that that was an unhealthy place to be. So it's moved back behind the cover of these this building here. So I love the idea that the AI is smart enough to be able to do something like that. That's pretty cool. So I was wondering why they had backed off, but of course they would, because they've got... they could be seen by that tank up there, those 2 tanks up there. Our recon team here on the left has not gotten to the house yet, but they are, well, they're really close to the house. And let's see what our... Oh, we're going to move the fighting vehicle up a little bit more. The recon team should be in that smaller structure. Alright, so let's see what our fighting vehicle did here. It was firing. So it finished its move towards the road. These guys are down, buttoned up in this house here. So I think I'll probably leave this recon team here at this point. I don't see any benefit to moving him up at this. Yeah, the next place, of course, would be to move him up to this building here. That'd be a great view. I don't dare do it now while they're still in this barrage phase. I'm worried that they've already got this tank force over here. That's not a good sign. I think I'll leave the Bradley down here in this area. It's got some tree cover on the right, which should shield it, I think, from the tanks up here if they should happen to get a view on it. But I have to keep that in mind, is that these long views be really unhappy for me. This game is a lot about line of sight and what you can do with that. Really like to move this group across this field here. And I think that's going to be really dangerous to do. I'm going to have to think about this for a second. I'm going to take the sniper team and I'm going to move them fast march down through here where the cursor is going. Move up the other side of this field and then hunt through here, take up a position in this tree line here to give them, you can see it much clearer there, and give them a much better position of these surrounding hills. If I can get them to do that, I think I'd be in pretty good shape. If there's any enemy forces in here, I'm going to have a bad day. I did move back the Humvee here in an anticipation that that the tanks might be able to see it. I'm just not sure exactly how that's going to work. Anyway, here is the scout over here. That's what he's seen. This is what the scout in the fighting vehicle is seen. And then that's what the scout here is doing. Okay, so we're going to make the turn and see what happens. Let's hope these snipers don't have a bad day. They're still shelling the structures there. I've been hoping that they would cease that, and then we could move our scouts up into that building, which would be perfect. But not to be. The good thing, too, is the tanks seem to be holding their position. The enemy tanks tend to be holding their position, so that's good. If they'd been moving forward, we'd have a bad day. This is one of those things where, you know, the victory to those who are fast and bold sometimes, but that could also end badly for you too. As I know from many experiences. Alright, our sniper team is moving forward. Our Bradley is moving up a little bit more. I keep incrementally pushing him forward, hoping that he'll engage more of the enemy forces. Kind of gives him a chance to sort of size up the opposition, slowly do it. They're continuing their bombardment of those structures. Our sniper team continues to move forward. I tell you, as soon as that bombardment's over with, I'm going to move that force up there. Alright, we're going to continue the move. Bombardment's continuing. The tanks seem to be over there still. 30 seconds. Yeah, I feel kind of bad about the sniper team having to move forward at a pretty quick pace here. I'm kind of curious as to who's got eyes on that tank. I don't see it lighting up at all. So we're going to go ahead and move again. Alright, reinforcements arrived. Tank second pit, mortars ready. Alright. Ooh, we got a lot of people here.